Sup, nerds, and welcome back to Mind Over Magic. This episode, we're going to focus on what the school absolutely needs: more staff. We're also going to try to get our first students graduated and make a real push into more research while trying to get our third floor built and school expanded a little bit further. Let's get right to it. Okay, so what we have going on right now is that we have a lot of students that are fully trained up and they are needing to get promoted. So we have our ritual sigil here. We can hire staff right away. So our top priorities for staff are going to be people who push things further. So having potions is going to be very useful for the battles that we want to start getting into down the underschool. And having research, if we take a look at our research tree here, we can see that once we get to past this line, any further research needs at least skill 3 in lightning. None of our current staff have that. And so if we want to start knocking this out a little faster and start really getting into better equipment, so better potions, unlocking better wands so we can get even more powerful wizards, then our next step needs to be getting our lightning wizard promoted. So let's go ahead and make Chris a true member of our staff. So we're going to go ahead and put Annabelle and Heather into the ceremony and begin the ritual. So, going to take 2 hours and 25 Gnosis shards. Gnosis shards are generated through graduating students primarily. There are relics that we get through that process. We will see that coming shortly. Oh, need up the speed. There we go. So now, very normal process of bringing students up into being staff. It's very healthy, I assure you. Nothing to be concerned about. They like it. So we'll let that go on for a moment. At the same time, we'll make sure we're bringing in some gut berries, some wood. Should be done any moment now. Checking on the fog. It's quite a distance away, not going to push in too deep, so come on, you two. There we go. Chris is now all grown up. We've got a rank, we've got 3 lightning skills, so he's going to be able to research more for us. And he created a relic on his upgrade, which we can turn into 1 Gnosis shard if we want to. But it will give extra conviction when sleeping in austere bedrooms, which is great for everyone. So I'm just going to go ahead and equip this relic onto Chris right now. Just make sure that it's going to... Oh, hey, look at that. Even spells have a 10% chance to do +3 lightning per cast. Yeah, we're going to attune that right to Chris. And the relic will level up over time and be worth more Gnosis shards as it's leveled up. So that's going to be our process for the next few. So we're going to skip ahead until our next graduation or promotion. In the meantime, with the lightning mage, I'm going to start making the process to keep pushing research out, which means researching a better lightning wand. Chris is probably going to be replaced pretty quickly in this process, so let's find the lightning wand 2. Looks like that is here with domesticated smoke reed. We'll add that in as our next research. Okay, and during the night while we were preparing, a couple runaways have come to join the school. So they should be coming in soon. They're gifted initiates, which means that they have more relic slots. Unfortunately, until I start getting more relics to give to people, that's not a huge concern, but let's watch them come in. Wherever they are. Here we go. Please welcome to the school, Fiona and Gunther. Yep, they're both dark, so unfortunately, they're probably just going to... Well, we'll graduate Brett out and probably promote one of them since they're gifted. That does carry over into them becoming apprentice or staff. The question is if we even will promote one of them, because we need our water to keep the medical bed going to make the potions, and dark magicians are very useful, but that can be our next wave once we get more Gnosis shards. We only have enough shards for one more promotion at the moment. So, alright, it's morning, everyone is eaten. We're going to go ahead and get our next staff hire going. We're going to include Chris into this, and we are going to promote Anders up into being full staff. So here we go. Alright, everyone, please welcome Anders as our newest staff member. As I said, Anders will be responsible for a lot of the medical work, for potions, for cleaning, for refilling the beds. His relic is a spiritual talent that can go up to level 7. It's fire affinity. We don't have a fire affinity staff member, but we can go ahead and throw it on a student in that case. So we're going to go ahead and take Emery here and attune. Actually, yeah, attune to fire. It looks like there's one per race, one per affinity, and one for magical type. So some really nice stuff here. In the meantime, we're going to make sure, hey, look, Emery prefers bitter gruel, so yeah, we're going to start on that. Let's take a look at priorities real quick. Chris is going to be focused on our research. He's already up there starting to work on it. And then we have Anders here, who is our medical. So on alchemy, cleaning, and we're going to put you in charge of aid as well. Okay, so our next steps are going to be upgrading these relics, attuning everything. We also have the spectral rift that opened up that I almost forgot about. So with that in mind, I don't know who all is hurt at the moment. Looks like it's just Annabelle, so we'll keep Annabelle out of this fight. It's against torch snuffers, chest smashers, and a messy meddler, so just some basic poltergeists. So we'll bring Chris into this fight. Heather's up here. Brett's fine. Annabelle, you're the one that needs to go, unfortunately. Actually, how? 97 out of 107 will risk it. So, just she does so much damage, and I think this will be okay. We'll just make sure Heather is doing some tanking work. Alright. Everybody's recharging their mana. We'll go into this battle. Alright, and with this, we finish up. Took some damage, but nobody was really in threat range. And we're through. That threat's gone. We'll push the fog out a bit later today, let everybody get to work on everything else. Alright, after giving it some thought, we're going to go ahead and graduate our first wave of students here. We need some more of these relics, and we want to start getting some Gnosis shards in, so congratulations to Brett, David, and Emery. The three of you are off to a bright new future. This is going to be the basic mechanics for now, is graduating some students, getting relics, attuning them, improving. And one by one, we'll get our relics up, start getting more Gnosis shards, and building up our staff. In the meantime, we're going to work on the research to get our next needs met. With our first batch of students down, we're going to go ahead and start making sure we have more wands at all times. So we're going to make sure we have 2 wands at any given moment, so we can bring 2 wands of every type at any given moment, so we can bring more students in. At the same time, I'm going to need to keep gathering resources. Stone is a real worry, so as soon as our new teachers are healed up and we can get going, we are going to start pushing down into the Underschool a little. With everyone healed and rested, we're just doing a quick ritual to push the fog out a bit. Perfect. And with that done, we're going to start bringing in our next couple students. So let's get a new water mage. That's fine. Everyone please meet Hester, who is our first Shattered, which is a living glass creature. They're very squishy, but they have a lot of armor when they go to fight. They're interesting. So once you eat a mess hall, dance a lot, and have 2 attuned relics. We'll see about that last one, especially. This still isn't on Chris. Where is Chris? Chris, you need to attune. Maybe you'll do it once you're done with the research, which should be any moment now. Hey, look at that. Alright. Okay, I don't know what Chris is doing, why he won't attune. With everyone healed up, with new students coming in, let's actually grab one more. Let's get a fire mage first. And now we can actually start making, with that research finished, a level 2 lightning wand. That's going to take some honey drops and potions of recharging. So we'll go ahead and put the order in to start making sure we have some. But until that time, we need to... Let's probably put an alchemist bench maybe in there, maybe in here. We're gonna need to research that, so open that research tree. There we go. Just start making some basic potions. We'll also grab the mana lantern on the way, which will be nice. We can put that like right here and let people recharge their mana up here instead of going all the way down there. Actually, that's perfect for this room. We have our fire mage. It is Ike. Ike, welcome to the team. Enjoy your time at school. So we're going to go ahead and head to the lava mine down here and try to get ourselves a decent quantity of stone, because we are starting to run out. So in order to do that, we're going to want to put a few... We're going to want our earth mage up front. Everything's weak to things we have, which is great. We're going to put Annabelle in the back right here. We're going to keep Fiona here to do some attacking, and let's have Chris up as a front line to absorb some of these hits and do extra lightning damage. I think this is good. Let's go. Alright. Should be pretty quick and easy. We'll get some armor up going. Definitely already useful. Toss a shadow cloak on and make it so that we can start dodging and just make Heather even tankier, basically. And we'll inspire Heather because there's a lot of earth damage that needs to be done here. Okay. $224 crit is pretty great. And wipe it out with a dark crit. Wonderful, and then this should be pretty much just cleanup at this point. Pull it up to the front. And just smash it a couple times for good measure. Alright, our lava mines are open. We have ironstone and smoke pearl now that we can bring up, and even some more rock that we can mine out. We also have our first ward. Wards are basically, if we don't keep these up to date, and it's usually dark staff that does that, then the room is going to get reclaimed by fog. So as we expand out further, there's more and more research we have to do. Gnosis mine. Oh, that's fantastic. And we'll get a lava mine ore, and we'll just keep things mined down here. So, very good thing to open. We'll also pop up here and do the stone ruins once everyone's healed back up. Okay, things have gotten a little messier than I realized. We had a little gremlin. It's hard to see him here, but little gremlin pop up and start wanting to mess with all of our wands. So that's the last thing we want destroyed, so we're going to send Quinn up there to deal with that. I'm going to also start moving our storage down below and building a few more chests down here just to make sure we have everything. Alright, so I just took a look down here and, oh, Fiona almost refilled the ward, but not quite. Is Heather going to finish that off now? Nope. Heather, you're right here. Can you please refill this? Oh, did it get refilled? How much time do we have? Fog's going to reclaim the room in an hour. Somebody please refill that ward. We'll see how this goes. Okay, got Heather to do it. Just need one more turn. Just want to make sure we get all the resources out of here before the fog comes. Please excuse the mess, but at least we have an intermediate classroom now with... Oh, fog's got pushed out a little bit. With a bookshelf in, now all the students are learning even faster. So we should be able to churn through things quickly. It also, I believe, lets us teach up to level 4, perhaps? I'm not sure. We might... I think it's after level 4 you start needing the specialized classrooms, so this is a great start heading into that. At that point, I would like to have foundations expanded and an additional building up, but we'll see how that goes. I do want to put a mana crystal here. Problem is we need to get a mana crystal first, which we'll get from exploring down here most likely. All that aside, we're working on our alchemist station now. People will be able to still walk through here. I checked, it's a very tight fit, but, you know, sometimes that's how these things go. As soon as that gets built, we'll start making a supply of potions and keeping things going. Potions help give extra mana during combat and, obviously, emergency health restoration if that becomes an issue. I'm going to set our crops to have harvest limits. We're going to make sure that gutberry doesn't go over 100. Same thing with bitter rice. We just want to make sure that we're not wasting time harvesting when we have... Oh yeah, bitter rice is already there. When we already have plenty of the plants here. We are eventually going to build pathways and such to make sure that nothing is going to grow here and interfere with what we're working on. So this first area is going to be our first little farm section. We might move it eventually once we get more foundations. We'll see. Alchemist Station is coming in nicely. Just a few more bursts and it should be done. Quinn's cooking. Quinn, you can take the time to just finish this off real quick. Okay, with the Alchemist Station done, we're going to go ahead and make sure we have a stock of 5 of each potion that we can make right now. We're going to need more ice petals, and we're going to probably need a lot of sunflowers and things like that. Ice petals are also going to be useful for making windows going forward. So our next logical step for research is going to be better planters. Domesticated ice flower is an obvious next step. So, we must research in a Mage's Study, Mage's Tower, Mage's Hermitage. What's needed for those? Room type. Let's just look if we want to make it this place. Book of Rooms. Workshops. Is it a workshop? Yes. Must be pristine, skewed, and have exactly one door with an arcane secretary. Okay, we can make a study at least. And that will clear out room in our craft area. So we're going to make the room goal here the Mage's Study. Is this not slanted enough? Okay. We can make that happen. So temporarily, this is going to serve as a workshop. We're going to go ahead and not jump there yet. We're going to work on essential medicine first. Just keep clearing out some of these first ones. Quilting will be nice in time, but we really need to get more ice petals before we can do anything else. And of course, to get domesticated ice petals, we need ice petals. So we're just in kind of a short little loop right now, waiting for some to grow. Should be any moment. We'll keep clearing things out, harvesting, and hope for some to spawn. I'm also going to push the fog back because I'm willing to bet there are some that are hiding back there. Probably should have looked at which student I grabbed, but oh well. They're all basically fully trained at this point. It doesn't really matter. In fact, we might want to do a graduation ceremony here soon. I don't understand why Chris hasn't attuned to that relic yet. Cannot reach it for the spell? Can we just move that to like right there? Oh, is Chris trapped? Chris is trapped. Whoops. Okay, Quinn, you need to move that immediately. I blocked the staircase with the secretary. That's my bad. Also, we can delete, or we can replace the store with just a regular wall. Like, we're just gonna delete the door. With this area being accessed by stairs instead, it doesn't make sense to leave that there. Okay, we got a nice little stock of ice flowers here, so we'll grab those up. And with those, we're able to throw a window back here. Window should do a few things for us. We also need to make this door. We have our beds full, but we have a lot of fully trained students, and right now I'm not really at a point where we can start looking at tasks so much. At the trials, rather. So we're going to just keep going on and graduate out these students and bring in a fresh batch. So we have most of our study ready to go. We have a nice slanted, skewed room. We've got the window to give us some light. We have everything ready to go here. We just need to put in some scholarly luxury. So if we take a look at what we've got here, what kinds of luxury can we make? We can make a little bit of scholarly luxury with the bookshelf. That's great. I could just put 2 of those in, I'm sure. I'm just seeing if we have any options that are, a little neater. But it doesn't look like it. So 2 bookshelves it is. Will make us our basic study. Those bookshelves are backwards. And as our last bookshelf finishes up, we should see a major study. And can this not be next to a study? To be a... What do you need to stay in a nurse's station? Must be silent. I would have thought. I guess a major study counts as a workshop. Oh well, it's still more beneficial for me right now to have that be a major study. If we have medical emergency, we can always shrink down the arcane secretary. So, that is where we are now. With that built, with everybody healed, we're going to go ahead and explore out this first stone ruin here. Easier battle anyway. Right, I was going to graduate students. Let's bring in new students first before that. So, let's do a graduation ceremony. We'll bring in... Let's see. Does everybody get the bittersweet feelings? I think they do. Just everybody misses the students. Goodbye, everyone. It was nice having you here. Ike's going to give XP to his relic. Chris is still not going to grab his relic. Why can't I make that happen? One day I will understand. Our students are being graduated out, and we've gotten some more relics. Glove of the Alchemist, Trophy of the Tinker, Stalwart Blade, and something back there. And the Sparkling Sculpture. So let's go ahead and start assigning more relics to people. We're going to give the Incisor of Serenity and the Energized Disc to Annabelle. Heather's going to get the Stalwart Blade. Going to try to give Brett's Fleet Bow as well to Chris. We'll see if he can attune to that at least. As well as the Spiritual Talon here. Anders will get the Glove of the Alchemist. And it's time to bring some more students in. We can actually bring a Gifted Initiate, and can we... Okay, so in order to hire more staff, we're going to need a true assembly hall. So that, I believe, requires some specific research. So we'll finish getting the ice flower first. And then we're going to start on... Where is it? The ritual accessories up here are going to be next, so we can start bringing in more staff. We'll also grab a lightning rod while we're at it. And I'm going to start unlocking all of our tier 2 wands at this point. And we'll slowly start retiring some of our older staff, replacing them with tier 2 versions that have finished all their tasks. Should be good. We'll do a quick battle against the Strigoi that is haunting these stone ruins. Clear that out. Quick and easy. Heather just smashed through everything. So we'll get some nice resources just from that kill. Future research will probably be using more students to do it. We've got more stone ruins coming forward. And we'll start bringing in more students. So do we have any of our level 2 lightning wands? Not yet. So We'll just grab another nature. You know, I just remembered reading about something called a relic plinth. Let me find that. Hey, it's one of the ritual accessories. Oh no, it's down here in the Pillars of Strength. So these are going to display the relics that we get, and I wonder if we need an attunement bench in order to attune. That makes sense. Attunement had not been a mechanic when I first started. In the meantime, we are working on expanding out our nicer beds in the bedroom, making sure everybody is resting well. And as we do, we should in fact increase the quality of this bedroom. I'll make sure once we have these all built that this gets upgraded to the next level. We have a new nature mage, which is Kevin. We're going to immediately set him to pushing out the fog with some of the teachers. Taking a look, the dormitory needs to be interior, so we're not going to be able to turn this into a dormitory quite yet. As we do some adjustments, we'll make sure to build a nice little dorm for our students. Okay, we had a gremlin appear from this relic mess, so we definitely need to get an attunement station going shortly. Quit, please take care of. Thank you. Okay, we now have a new student, Lorelei. Little Wolfkin here, doing some work. That might have been Kevin, but good news, everyone. We have our first attunement bench ready to be built, so we're getting to work on that. And we should start seeing some of this relic mess clear up. We keep having gremlins show up because we have so many relics just laying on the floor, so that will be good to take care of immediately. Meanwhile, our bedroom has been fully upgraded to all these beds. We'll probably start replacing these lights with windows, and my thought was to make this interior will be when we extend the foundation out, and we'll just put some more things around it and kind of seal that in. With this window, we can take down these wall torches. We want this room to be nice. We're working on a few other things that will help get it that way at the moment. We reprioritize a little, just because some luxury is very important. All will become clear shortly. And we have Annabella tuning to her relic. Amazing. So, things are starting to move forward. Alright, as we start this day, our most recent research is finished. We have candelabras. We're just going to go ahead and toss them into the assembly room here. These give 3 lighting, or 3 luxury each, and we need 7 in order to turn this into a proper assembly hall. We have been attuning relics, which is nice. We also have this issue of the stone ruins down here, which we're going to need to deal with. But I've been looking at the time, and it seems like we are probably already over, so I'm going to call this episode here. Have a gremlin, have that thing below. We're going to take care of all of that first thing next episode. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed.